I've always tried to move it pretty quick, or at least I'm still trying to be aggressive into the ball. For me, I just think I've realized over the last few years, and especially this year, just fairways are a premium, so I tend to kind of hit a lot of that spinny cut shot.
Balancing it all out.
Rotate a little bit more. Staying centered and complete in the backswing.
How hard I rotate.
Get back to the fundamentals.
Rory McIlroy called him a potential superstar. He's got power, he's got touch, he's got tons of swagger. Jake Knapp is the real deal. A winner in his rookie year on the PGA Tour, the softly spoken Californian is built like an NFL running back, and he has the tools to overpower any golf course. The reality, though, is that Jake is still learning his craft, but it's clear that when he adds experience to his copious skills, he is likely to fulfill McIlroy's prophecy.
Jake Knapp, just effortless power off the tee. Figure that'll be a big advantage out here.
His length, his swing, his tempo, it's Larry Mize-esque, except he hits the ball about 100 yards further than Larry.
Quickly turning into one of my favorite golf swings on tour.
Totally agree. That thing was bludgeoned.
So here we are, at address. This guy is strong, yet he's elegant, silky smooth. I call him the Velvet Hammer. Let's see how he does it. At address, Jake Knapp, who is just right around 6 feet, 6'1" or so, bends over from the waist quite a lot. And look at how he allows the arms to hang well away from the body. Ordinarily, I like a checkpoint to be that if we dropped a line down from the front of the shoulder, right there, it should just clip the middle of the hands and clip the toes somewhere. So you see how the arms are really hanging away from his body? Watch how he will recreate that environment throughout the golf swing. Something to watch out for as well is how before he goes anywhere, when the ball's in the correct position, he hovers that driver at address. If you struggle with a jerky start to the swing, raise that club up, hover it above the ground, a la Jack Nicklaus. You will find it really helps to iron out the rhythm of the start of the swing. So as he swings back, we're going to let him flow all the way to the top. This is in super slow motion, but when he swings the golf club, it looks very much like that. Big stretch in the arms, upper body winding up, lowering, coiling, arms stretching, body winding. Check out that position right about there. Good gracious me. This guy, in a way, looks like a John Daly, but there's a few really cool things to pay attention to. First off, see how that club face's angle is matching the forearms? That's ideal. Look at how he's turned that right glute in behind him over here. That has moved all the pressure to the heel of his trail foot. That's what gives him this really strong look across the core. See how that trail glute has moved in behind him. And that shoulder turn is just gigantic, but it's supported by the engine of the golf swing right through here. He's allowed that to turn behind him. Now, watch in transition. A lot of golfers would kind of freak out, would get real jerky to get the club back down in front because this club head has got to move all the way from there back down to there. So as Jake transitions, see the body just begins to unwind. He hasn't tugged on the chest. You see the chest is barely moved, but watch what he's done here. This is absolutely uncanny to me. The club face is still matching the forearm. See that? But look at how the arms that were raised up in the air have narrowed almost into his body. I mean, he's almost touching his trail shoulder with the shaft of the golf club. Now think about any sort of a rotary deal, like a figure skater, when they go into a fast spin, how the arms pull in against them. That's what Jake Knapp is doing. The lower body here is unwinding. It's leading the chest, and the arms have narrowed into the body. So he's creating this environment where the arms now are going to swing out back to where they originally were. So from here, lower body's unwinding, no pushing in the legs, but see how the arms now are beginning to extend back out in front of him. Club shaft is trailing their hands. That is magical over there with the low body unwinding. Beautifully quiet feet. I mean, this guy hits the ball at about 123 miles an hour with a clubhead speed, but he just looks so silky. the velvet hammer. From here, he continues to unwind. Watch how the arms swing out to full extension. So now he's gone from narrow at the top, allowing the body movement to support that accelerating, extending move of the arms. That is absolutely slinging energy out to the driver head, and then by extension, of course, the golf ball. Now watching the follow through. He won't lose his spine angles, and watch how quickly the club rehinges and gets back to a place right over there. So we'll let him go. Arms extend, body shape doesn't change. Look at that quick rehinge of the wrists. Now as he continues to go, watch how the hands stay close to the shoulder. As he follows through, he's like a whippet. It's unbelievable. Yet he is so strong. So you build that strong with those levers and that whippy, buggy whip type action he has. It's disguised because it looks so smooth. It's incredible to watch. And when Jake Knapp catches one, it leaves like a homesick angel.
It just looks like the ball, even with the driver, just kind of stays on the face of it for a long time.
Yeah.
It's the way his effortless move is.
What a shot there.
That is blistered down the middle. Position A.
Ball speed, 182. That's that fairway finder, though. It only flew 260 with that lower trajectory.
Never get tired of watching this golf swing.
I would second that, and I think a lot of folks watching at home would as well.
Man, he is pure.
That thing was tagged right there. Over 190 mile an hour ball speed right there. Look at this. He's a really good athlete. He's powerful to begin with. And then with that long flowing swing, he absolutely crushes it.
If you want to create maximum clubhead speed for minimum effort and look silky and smooth and elegant like Jake Knapp, think loose, think supple, think somewhat wristy, and then think wide to narrow, like a whippet. Then consider Jake Knapp. Okay, so here we are at address. First off, something to bear in mind, ball position way forward. That's to create that upswinging strike. Notice how the body and the eye line are well behind that ball. That sets up his center, the engine of his golf swing, in a very stable place. So here we are, that club's hovered along the ground, and watch how it looks like it sweeps along the turf to start. He's setting up this wide backswing. So off we go, a little bump to the right in the body, arms at full extension, no wrist hinging just yet. Look at the width there of the arms and the club head away from him, and you see the stretch. So we'll call this spot right here, that's spot number 1. Shaft parallel, body is located over the center, arms stretching away. From there, as he continues to go, his body lowers some, but the center is held, and look at this big stretch right here. That's spot number 2. As he continues to turn, he just lowers, the body continues to wind up. This is no false backswing. See, the chest, the shoulders are still turning. That's spot number 3. So can you see how things have gotten narrower? Look at the elbow position. Almost looks like a baseball power hitter up there with that super long backswing. Now into transition, watch where 3 goes to 4. This is craziness. Look at 4 right here. See how close it is to his right ear? Look at that shaft, almost touching him in the shoulder, yet you see the center of his body, the engine, the torso, still right between his feet. The eye line is in behind the golf ball, but that is just incredible stuff. Now down a little farther as he continues to go. Look at how narrow we are there. That's spot number 5. Check out the biceps. It's gun show. Now we're going to unload those things to contact. See, the center is still in position. He's turning. Now we're stretching the arms. Look, those arms now are getting back in front and into contact as that club now accelerates through the ball at maximum velocity. You'll start to see the arms hit full extension right there. And then watch the quick wrist hinge, the release of the forearms into spot number 8. See how close things have got there again? So look at the numbers. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 are wide, but 4, 3, and 8, those are narrow. Go and make those practice swings at home where you go wide like Jack Nicklaus, narrow, then extend on the way through, then quickly rehinge. Fred Couples once told me, as we let Jake Knapp go to the follow-through, Freddie Couples said to me, when he really wanted to hit one, he tried to get the club shaft onto his back as quickly as he could in the follow-through. See how Jake Knapp did that with awesome balance, that silky look like Fred Couples? In a way, there are a lot of similarities, and I'll tell you what, this man has the capability to put together a resume just like Fred Couples did.
He chipped it just 187. Took a little off of that.
Rhythmic, it's really pretty. When this young man gets hot with this club, I mean, we know he can run the table. What he did in Mexico.
Snap time.
It sure is. Look at this action. He's got so much power and speed, but he's got that off-speed pitch, and that is why he has finally made it out here.
All right, Jake Knapp.
I mean, is that the silkiest swing you've ever seen? Jeez Louise.
Tell you what, Jake Knapp, he is fun to watch.
Interesting to see if he can get enough spin on it to stop it close.
There's some easy power in that swing. Whew. What a good start that is for Jake Knapp.
Tremendous for Jake. He birdied this hole yesterday. Looks like he's going to do it again today.
Rory called him a potential superstar. It's not just because of the power, it's because of the fact that Jake Knapp can really create shots. Check this out. This is a medium iron. Looks like 7-iron or so. See how the narrow stands kind of open a little bit over there, hands slightly ahead. This is him setting up to hit something that's going to go a little bit lower, and you'll see that. But first, I just want him to swing through this so you can almost get that rhythm to filter into your soul so you can feel it. Now watch as he goes back. See, it's unhurried, there's no real rush, but I want you to watch for something, even though this is into a shorter, abbreviated follow-through. Watch through this area as it goes about. It'll look like he almost slings the club head into the downswing. So watch how the arms narrow. Now watch how the head gets thrown out there into the strike. It strikes the golf ball, and then he just turns that into the follow-through. And that's a lot of touch. That's a lot of feel. That's a lot of creativity. So as we take him to the top now, we're going to basically hit two spots, which are there and there on either side of the golf swing. So he turns away, the narrow stance. The body turn does not diminish. See, as we go from there all the way to the top, there's the stretched arms, the same moves, almost like the driver, just not as fast, not as long. So on the way down, you can see how he's now extended into a situation on the way through, even though he's slinging the club hard, where that glove hand is on top of the trail hand. So the left hand's on top of the right. That's holding that club face open. So as he goes all the way through to the follow-through now, you'll see he hasn't allowed that club face to roll over. So he's hitting that open stance, low, cutty sort of a fade shot that he's feathering into a hole location. So with all that rhythm, with all that touch, with all that power, he's able to gear down, but he doesn't gear down with the length of the backswing. It's very much like Fred Couples. There's still all the moves going on there. He just varies flight and trajectory with how he controls the face through the ball and into the follow-through. Jake Knapp, so much fun to watch, so much skill.
With Jake Knapp, just watching him the last couple weeks, as long as he hits so many of the long hitters, they have trouble sometimes with judging distance, spin. He's been remarkable.
Oh, look at that shot.
It almost looks like he decells into it. It's kind of just the arms just drop. He lets the arms go through the ball, and that takes spin off, and it brings the flight down, and he's able to control it perfectly. Just dead arms, like Justin Thomas a lot.
Sweet swinging, Jake Knapp.
Oh, nice one, Jake. Get in.
Almost went in, bro.
How about that?